Welcome to the Sunday morning simulcast with Rom Wills. Expand your knowledge of people. Expand your knowledge of people. And you know what? This is why I'm saying this. Let's be real. When we going through life, it's about relationships. None of us live on an island. We all have to interact with somebody, even if we introverted, shy, whatever, you got to interact. Even if it's just a basic thing of interacting with someone at the grocery store just to say, oh, here's the change or something like that. And we have to. It's, when people going down the street or, you coming close to people or whatever activity you're doing. In most businesses, you have to interact. Now, when I say knowledge of people, I mean going beyond what we might think is a stereotypical thing. Like, or they represent some stereotype or caricature. No, it's like really start understanding people, understand different cultures, try to understand different communities, different ways of being, everything. One of the things I was been blessed with in life is I've encountered so many different people of different social classes, different ethnic groups, different religions, different neurotypical abilities, just different ways of doing. Because I remember years ago when I was working with the government, I was introduced to deaf culture. Deaf culture. There are many in the deaf community who they don't see being deaf as a disability. They just see it as a different way of being and a different way of interacting. And so, I was in a position to really learn about that, to really interact with some people in that community. Could even do sign language for a bit. I'm very rusty now. Best I can say do now is sign thank you. Oh, and bull. Yeah, this Sunday morning I won't curse. I can say two things. But, it's an interaction, and it was a very important interaction because I learned some things. I learned some little nuances. That's within any community. Also have had interactions with people who would call themselves part of an autistic community. It's a different way of being. And then, of course, different sexual orientations, everything. I've known people all over. But it's actually helpful because, as they say, knowledge is power and applied knowledge is power. But it helps you to navigate the world because unfortunately, I'm going to say unfortunately, actually it's a good thing, but I'm going to say unfortunately, we can't go through the world, expect to get through the world or just everything will be good because we meet somebody who thinks exactly like us, shares the exact same values, same racial group, religion, and all of that. It's tough. Now, of course, there are subcultures where you can do that on a small scale, and that's cool. That's cool. There's nothing wrong with that, but you're going to have to understand people on a greater scale to really go through life, to really do stuff. And then you have to respect it because let's be real, big problem out here. People don't respect people who will come across as different. There's many who don't. They're like, hey, you either think and do like me, look like me, or I don't dislike you. I'm not going to deal with you. But you can't get through life that way. You cannot get through just life that way. Because I don't care where you live, where you go. You could live in like the best neighborhood, greatest, and there might be some general things, but it could be some subtle things too. But you want to learn it. Always learn it. Don't be afraid to eat foods from a different culture. One of the things I like to do, not as much since this quarantine, and more when I was younger, but just go to different restaurants and try stuff. Even now, it's like, trust me, I love some Ethiopian. I love some Ethiopian and then interacting or, maybe eating at a Mexican place or something like that. And then just being really friendly to the workers there, or even I remember a sushi place. We were real cool with them. You sit in there and you just see little nuances, but it's very important. It's very important because you have to realize the thing is, it's not over just a situation just dealing with it, but it actually helps you out as well. It actually helps you out as well. It makes you a better person. You're not stuck someplace. You're open. you're open, you know how to deal with people and situations and stuff like that. And it expands your mind. You know, we got a wonderful world here. Seriously. I'm a big fan of any type of diversity. Really, I'm serious. Regardless. Because it makes life interesting. You can always learn something new. You can always get a different perspective. And I'm mainly a businessman though. I can make some money if I can like sell something to somebody. But it's still a relationship. And just going through life peacefully. Because imagine if we lived in a world, and it's always halfway like that now, where, well, if it was totally like just people not really learning about each other. Because things could, however things are, it could be 1,000 times worse. But just people having the openness to like really learn about others who might think or look different from there, or even have, as I said, neurotypical abilities different. It's something. It's a powerful thing. It's a powerful thing. It's a knowledgeable thing, and it's a gratifying thing to really understand people. So that's all I have for today. I want y'all to think on what I'm saying, and go eat at a different restaurant. Find out. Shoot, you can get on the internet, find out about different subcultures and everything. You know. So anyway, that's all I have for today. Peace and blessings.